Simple, delicate, balanced. A symbol of what can be done when different cultures and ideas merge. Not afraid to stand together, facing a brighter tomorrow. Birthed during the height of the Civil Rights Movement and 20 years after Japanese internment in the US, there truly is no greater manifestation of love, friendship, and teamwork than the California Roll. Welcome to Deep Thoughts While Gaming. I'm Chris Chappell. Although first mentions of the California Roll in print came in 1979 through the Los Angeles Times, the origin story is generally credited to Ichiro Mashita at Los Angeles restaurant Tokyo Kaikan in the 1960s, when he substituted fatty tuna for avocado in his rolls, creating the basis for what would become a food sensation known across the globe, going so far as to pop up in sushi's ancestral homeland as well. And what caused the success of the California Roll? Was it really the avocado that made all the difference? Could one large berry, it's a berry, carry a dish? Or was it because of the mix of flavors and influences? The rice so neatly packed, the carrot cut daintily into straws, each flavor profile reinforcing and emboldening those of the vegetables to its left and right, the crab, imitation though it may be, still being appreciated for its roll. The truth is, the California Roll stands out because of how what at first glance would seem strange bedfellows actually works as one of the best examples of modern teamwork amongst food groups. It's not the overpowering presence of the avocado or the imitation crab, it's how well they work with the other elements of the roll, emboldening and empowering their flavors. Just like in life, it takes a variety of different individuals working together to accomplish great things. And the avocado, as creamy as it may be, could not carry the legacy of the California Roll alone. The avocado understands that no matter how ripe it is, a wilting carrot can still send the entire dish to the trash bin. So each element must be perfectly cared for, each ingredient getting the due respect it deserves. In this way, whereas the California Roll represents teamwork, the avocado itself represents leadership and highlights that true leadership doesn't have to be either spicy or sweet, but simply support the flavor profile of the team and leave restaurant patrons coming back for more at the end of the night. And no one will have you coming back for more than the legendary leader and deadbeat hero Ichiban Kasuga of the Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth video game, who with the power of friendship and cosplay fights organized crime in a foreign land. A true avocado of a man. In the game, you'll explore the island with him as he makes friends, goes on dates, plays Animal Crossing, and fights Hawaiians, slowly closing closer to the truth of who actually runs these island chains. But he can't do it alone. He'll have to go shopping for the proper ingredients for this Japanese import to thrive in the US market. Each character added to the party brings with them a wealth of possibility, and they all have multiple roles they can fulfill. Imperador carrots may be the most well-known in cooking, however, sometimes the occasion may call for a Danvers Bugs Bunny type carrot, and the game allows you to make that change to the recipe at any time by rotating the outfits of the characters. As you try different combinations to see what appeals to the palate most, you may find that the avocado, which at first you thought would be the lead, may actually end up in a supporting role, finding its best use as an element that brings forth the possibilities of the other vegetables. U.S. professor and author Becky Broden wrote in 5 Habits of Highly Effective Leaders that leadership is not wielding authority, it's empowering people. And regardless of how your boss may act in the real world, the ideals associated with this concept clearly resonate cross-culturally, with animes like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and One Piece, all leaning on the power of friendship as the true trump card. And with these animes being what many of us in the West grew up on, we all resonate with this messaging. Goku, Naruto, and Luffy act as stand-ins for the ideal of true leadership we all possibly even crave. Motivational speaker Simon Sinek said, "A boss has the title A leader has the people, meaning that true leaders willingly gain the support of those around them, acting as necessary to reach the desired goal of the group, whether that be defeating gangsters or managing corporate financing. Sometimes a leader has to take on a do-as-I-do attitude and get down and dirty with his troops. However, sometimes a leader's role is to provide simple encouragement. Think of that one nice secretary who's the only reason you haven't quit your job. Ichiban Kasuga, the manly man that he is, understands that sometimes it's okay to cry. He understands that it's okay to laugh at yourself. And he certainly is willing to get down in the trenches when a group of bodybuilders start acting up on Muscle Beach. In a way, he gives the impression of the nice, caring older brother we all wish we had. And that's why we, as well as his friends, gravitate to him as a character. In perhaps a subversion of the general perspective on leadership, Kasuga's approachability, gentleness, and even humor are what makes us want to follow him on his journey. The story of Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, is even more character-driven than previous games, but this doesn't feel like a slog. Instead, like watching Luffy's pirate crew grow in One Piece. It's fun to see our boy Kasuga prepare his California roll, with meaningful cutscenes and dripping with style. This game will have food critics around the world raising their standards for future games. The developers have expressed that the game was made with an Asian audience in mind, but it has mass appeal, having US players marvel at how accurate some locations in-game are to real life. Kasuga may be the avocado, but he certainly isn't the role, as entire chapters will have you playing as other characters. Learning about each of them will be important, not only to understand the story, but also to improve their combat skills for the challenges to come. With characters who fight long enough together, gaining new abilities they can perform together. Like how you and your coworker, after years together, develop a form of office telepathy when your boss is around. Or how that one friend always ends up being your designated driver. Humans are social animals and we need each other to be successful. There's a place for nigiri on the menu, strong and proud in its monasticism. We appreciate the idea of the Sigma male, hiding in the dark, fighting demons. But, like a dragon will show you, it's hard even for these kinds of men to stand up to a full pack of friends dressed as lobsters when fighting alone. Especially when they are in tune enough with each other to know when it's someone else's turn to take the lead. There's nothing shameful about someone like Kasuga not being the best at everything. However, there would be if he tried to pretend that he was. Often this is where the modern concept of a boss finds itself. The character who makes themselves bigger than they are, and through doing so, loses the respect of the people. Strangely enough, admitting their faults and asking for help from those around them may often be both the easiest and best thing to do. Unfortunately, so often it doesn't happen, and tyranny dominates the office space. A sushi roll is terrible when it's just avocado. Ichiban Kasuga loves carrots, motivation, and drive. He believes that imitation crab can do a better job tomorrow, even if yesterday was difficult. He knows the soy sauce is still salty from that argument with his wife and may need some time to chill. And he isn't afraid to admit that sometimes people want less avocado on their California roll. He's just as happy for the soft grains of rice to be appreciated. The seaweed, fresh from the ocean this morning, can provide the flavor needed to take this dining experience to the next level. Ichiban Kasuga, the avocado that's become popular around the world, flavorful and zesty as he may be, proves that it's only with diplomacy, friendship, and a few emotional cutscenes that together we can make a really good California roll. I'm Chris Chappell, and this has been Deep Thoughts While Gaming. And remember, next time your boss isn't around, thank your coworker for being the true leader in the office. Did you like this episode of Deep Thoughts While Gaming? Then consider supporting more by joining this channel. Not only will you be helping fund more episodes, you'll get access to exclusive emojis, a Discord server, live streams, video, and all the sushi you can eat. And check out this video about yakuza and quiet quitting. Just don't quit before you click.